Greetings, and forgive the weird beeping at the beginning and probably ending of any of these videos. We are using a different setup, and I did not realize it was going to make noise. I'll see what I can do later on.
You also may not have heard the noise. Hi, internets.
Pretty sure it recorded the noise. We're not yet drunk. At least I'm not. Jury's out. Do you want to tell the world what you're drinking?
This is Mountain Java Coffee Cream Liqueur, Old Smoky Moonshine.
And I just have root beer and vodka.
Vanilla vodka.
Yes, I have it in my extra special Manly Man beef jerky flower bouquet glass that was mostly purchased as a joke because flowers are fine, and I would have enjoyed getting flowers. The fact that I got to eat the flowers that I received was pretty nice. So, happy Valentine's Day to me.
Anniversary.
Was it anniversary?
Yep.
I thought that was what you got me for Valentine's
It was
Day.
part of the anniversary gift because one of the anniversary things, either this year or last year, was fruits and or flowers
Ah, okay.
or growing things anyway. And I was like,
Beef jerky's grown. It grows.
anywho,
Let's answer questions. We have a slew of questions, and apparently some assistance is required here.
sorry. This is blue raspberry vodka. Wave.
Maybe you should be mixing those with something. I'm just spitballing here.
Gosh.
Do whatever. Your funeral. But we have a host of questions from Kimmy Klink, starting with, why so long between videos? I think, first and foremost, it is a finding time. There has been a whole lot of stuff going on between weekends being taken up by various activities and travel and a whole lot of
various
other things.
people breaking themselves.
Well, yeah. I guess it has been quite a while, hasn't it?
Probably, but Bunny's also a tiny baby lightweight,
So we do need to take some space between.
we have to have a day off, at least a day off afterwards. 'Cause
Yeah.
Bunny might sleep till noon.
Shocking. So with that out of the way, what is one thing about Star Trek that is cooler than Star Wars? Or what is one thing cooler about Star Trek than Star Wars? And I'm going to start by being really pedantic and saying you are, one, don't pit two bad bitches against each other.
Indeed.
But two, they are wildly different genres of thing. Because one of them is a fantasy space opera, and the other is hard sci-fi with a whole lot of hope baked in, which is good.
Hope
whereas-
should be baked in.
Star Wars has to manufacture its hope. But as far as what's cooler about Star Trek than Star Wars, I would say the actually the way that the ships perform. Not saying that the design or anything is cooler, but the way they show the ships moving for the big ships. We all know fighter battles in Star Wars are airplanes, not ships. On purpose. Bombing runs in high orbit aside. But the big ships, and big being relative because a lot of the Star Wars ones are much more massive, but I do think the way that the ships handle and the way things are shown in Star Trek is a little cooler, at least TNG forward.
he's not wrong on pretty much any of that. I knew a lot about Star Wars, but actually came to Star Wars later. And I bonded with my family, my dad in particular, which is weird at this point, but over the, prosperity, hope type stuff in the future of Star Trek. So there's that connection there that didn't necessarily happen with Star Wars, although I know and love a lot of Star Wars folks. I don't know if that technically answers the question, but it's what I'm going with.
Then it answers the question. What is the best way to insert oneself into a nerd's life? And I would say if you're going in with the intent to insert yourself into anyone's life, nerd or otherwise, one, be respectful of rejection. But two, just be interested in listening to what they have to talk about. Follow their interests, and even if you don't get it necessarily, be supportive of it. Don't dismiss it. Certainly don't say, oh, you have to put that aside for me now afterwards. I think the problem with nerds is that there are a lot of things they can be passionate about, and that makes it challenging at times.
And I'm assuming he's not going for the, which some folks would tell you to do and I would disagree with, don't feign the interest, but be willing to deal with passion and info dumping and whatever, because I don't understand everything of my partner's stuff. But I love to hear about it because passion, the excitement there. Also Tumblr. Tumblr is the answer.
Yeah, kinda.
Not a dating site, but...
Would you ever be legally married again? It's a good time to just down the rest of that.
I don't know the answer to that. I did the Two Death to West Parks. I know I have a partner who's engaged, a partner who probably isn't going to get married again, a partner who's across the country and Washington's expensive as hell, could potentially have future partners, so I can't give you a yeah, for sure I will, or for sure I won't. There was one point where I thought, for sure no. There was potentially at one point I thought for sure yes. So I don't have a good answer for that. Maybe if the right set of circumstances come along.
Probably not. That's as far as I'm going to take it. All right.
I am rambling, but I'm always rambling.
Yeah.
Also, he's correct. The blue raspberry vodka tastes less good not mixed with something. The coffee liqueur, however, was pretty good on its own. And there's American Peach thing I'm opening shortly. That's also a moonshine thing.
Sorry that the taste wasn't good. I was suggesting maybe you should mix it so that you weren't just downing booze quite so quickly. That's, a thought. Anyway, what is the weirdest thing about you? Other than you're about to have water come out of your nose. Oops. I may have pushed that too far.
Damn.
I suppose that's a matter of perspective. What some person might consider to be extremely weird about me, other people would be like, that's kind of mundane. And some people might consider things that I think are just ho-hum and blah to be very weird. So, I don't know.
That's a cop-out.
Weird is a state of mind, and I live there, and I've so far managed to avoid paying taxes.
Shh, don't tell the weird state.
Yeah, they're not on this part of the internet anyway.
I'm not for sure of that. Yeah. Everything? Nothing? I don't know.
And my answer was a cop-out.
Indeed. I can't say much. I'm not drunk enough for at least some of the weird things about me, so deal with it.
All right. Do we want to save the sexy ones for later?
Up to you.
Yeah. We'll tackle some of the sexier questions in a later video. So, what is a quality you will not tolerate in a partner? Dishonesty. And a willingness to harm others, whether that's through said dishonesty or other means.
Bigotry and unwillingness to communicate with me.
There's a lot of things, but those what came to mind first.
Yep.
What childish thing do you still enjoy?
Me. Coloring books, plushies. I'm sure there's a bunch of them, but those are the ones that come to mind quickest.
And I reject the notion of childish things. There are definitely things that are made for children as a primary audience, but toys, games, movies, TV shows, if you enjoy it, then, or if you enjoy it as an adult, then it is also for you as an adult.
True.
The only thing I would caution with that is to not insert yourself in spaces for children.
And be creepos.
Well, yes, don't be a creep regardless of what you're into. But don't expect to be catered to as an adult in the space of a children's thing, I guess is the best way to put that.
True.
Don't get upset with creators over, I think you should do X, Y, and Z. It's not for you specifically. You can enjoy it as it is, but don't do that. Also, don't be a creep. And I think we'll stop there for that round of questions, and we'll go on to some from Tram and Carvius next.
Sounds good.
All right.